Today I am making my strawberry crunch cake. I am making it for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. So first off, the ingredients are, I have just a regular box strawberry moist cake. I have some sour cream. This is the ingredients to make the actual cheesecake itself. Some whipped cream, heavy whipped cream. Okay, I'll show you the ingredients for the actual crunch soon. I have 2 boxes of Philadelphia cream cheese. And then I'm going to go and grab 2 eggs. I have vanilla extract. I have salt. I'm going to go and grab a couple eggs, just a minute. Alright, so I have 2 regular eggs. And I do have sugar. So let's go ahead and get started on making the actual cheesecake filling. You'll need flour as well. So you'll need for the cheesecake filling 2 things of Philadelphia cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, flour, 2 eggs, vanilla extract, and some salt, and some sugar as well. So you want to grab those real quick. Alright, so far in my bowl I just have the 2 softened. What I did is I let them stay out for about 4 hours, the cream cheese, just so it can get room temperature and easier to to mix. So I have the 2 sticks in there, and I'm going to crack my 2 eggs now. Alright, so I have my sour cream. I'm going to put a tablespoon of sour cream in here. That was loud. Half a cup of heavy whipping cream. A tablespoon of vanilla extract. About a half a cup of regular all-purpose flour. I put a heaping half a cup of sugar in here. Alright, and that's it for the cheesecake filling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. I'll be right back. Alright, I have my cheesecake filling all nice and smooth. That's the consistency you want it to be. After you finish mixing it up. Alright, so now I'm preparing my pan. Then I'm gonna bake it in. Okay, so I have one of these pans here that you can just actually take the sides off, because it just makes it easier to remove the cheesecake. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line it with some parchment paper just to make it easier to come out as well. Okay, so I have my cheesecake in my pan here. So I have another pan filled with some water, and I'm just going to pop this right in here. I'm going to bake it just like this for about an hour. So as this is baking, I'm going to just go ahead and start preparing my crunch for the crunch that goes around the cake. I'll be right back. I had missed a minor step. Before you put it in your water, make sure you wrap some foil around it so it can try to keep some of the water out of your pan. Alright, now you're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about an hour. You probably want to reduce it to like 300, just so it won't poke up in the middle. You want to try to keep it as flat as possible. Alright, for the strawberry crunch part, you want to use some strawberry jello. You want to have a half a stick of butter, but you want to make sure it's room temperature. I forgot to take mine out, so I'll put it in the microwave for a few seconds to make it soft. Because if it's not soft, it's going to be kind of hard for you to mix. Alright, so I have my jello, my butter in here, and I put like a cup of flour in here as well. So we're going to start working it together. If it's too liquefied, you just want to add some more flour, because it needs to be nice and dry. So I kind of cheated a little bit. Instead of making a vanilla jello, I just bought some little golden Oreos. These came from the dollar store. It's 4 in a pack, so I'm probably going to use them all. I'm not sure. I'll have to tell you as we go. When I say dollar store, I mean Dollar Tree. Or you can just get the regular Oreos if you just want some Oreos. You don't have to necessarily get them from Dollar Tree. You can get them from Walmart or any grocery store that sells the golden Oreos. Need some more flour here, so give me a second to get some more flour. See, the fork was working, but sometimes your hand works better when it comes to making this crumble stuff. So you have butter, strawberry jello, and flour. little bit more butter in there. Now, if you don't put enough flour in, it's just going to liquefy when you bake, because you're going to have to bake this. Okay, when I'm kneading it, I'm just making sure I press it real hard and then rotate it with your hand so it can crumble. And this is going to be a lot of crumble. So I'm going to have to probably end up discarding a lot of it. But I want to make sure I get my cake nice and coated before I discard anything, of course. So when you bake it, you want to make sure you keep an eye on it because it will burn quickly. Just spread it out nice and even. Yeah, so I have it nice and spread it. And go ahead and get this baked up. What I'm going to do while I'm baking it, I'm going to go ahead and put these in my blender and crunch them up real good. And then mix the two together. Be right back. Okay, so I put them in a bag. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit them with this thing until I get them to the size where I can actually put them in my little chopper. Chop them up real good. I only ended up using one pack. I don't know if I said that already. Because one pack is plenty. I have a lot of crumble. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this chopped up. Alright, so while my crumble is baking, that's just the strawberry part. I don't bake the cookies, just the strawberry part for the jello. And for the cookies, I already got those nice and crumbled up real good. If you want to take the icing out, you can. I didn't, but you can. It probably would make the process a little easier when you're chopping it if you take the icing out of the cookie. I didn't do it though. So I'm going to start working on this cake while my strawberry crumble bakes. Alright, for this cake, you just want to follow the instructions right on the box. There's nothing special about it. Just make it just the way it shows on the box. Alright, so my crumble is done. Let me just mix it up a little bit so you can see what it looks like once it's mixed up. Alright, that's the crumble that's going to go on top of the cake. When you take your crumble out of the oven, you want to make sure you let it cool off. And then just like break it up real good. It'll be nice and hard. I got my 2 cake pans already prepped and floured and oiled, sprayed. I'm gonna go ahead and get these cakes in the oven. Alright, so I got my 2 cakes in the pan. You want to make sure you pat them down a little bit so you can get some of the air bubbles out of there. And I'm going to bake my cakes at 300 so they can bake flat opposed to puffing up in the middle. Alright, just a little note. If you're going to plan on making this cake, you want to make sure you set about an hour aside for prep time alone, because it takes a lot of work. Just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up for that piece. Alright, my cheesecake is done, but you want to let it completely cool off before you cut it, because what I'm going to end up doing is cutting around it, because it's going to be way bigger than the actual cake that I have. So I'm going to trim it out so it won't be bigger than a regular size cake. If you can hear this music playing in the background, I don't own rights to it. I don't have any copyrights to it, so please disregard. Alright, so I got my 2 cakes out. I got my cheesecake out. I'm going to have to level off the 2 cakes, because if I put my cheesecake on top of this cake right now, it's going to break, or it's going to crack. Well, not break, but crack. So all you do is cut it off the top just to make sure it's even before you put your cheesecake on top. Okay, it's assembly time. Alright, so I already took my cheesecake. I trimmed around it. I made sure the bottom one was nice and flat because I didn't want this to break or crack. So what I'm going to do now, I got my strawberry pie fillings. I cut up some fresh strawberries inside of it as well. And I'm just going to spoon that right over the top of here. If you can hear this music playing in the background, I don't own rights to it. Alright, I have cream cheese frosting, Pillsbury. It's the one I bought. Once I get finished filling this up, I'm just going to I ain't going to put it too far over the edge because I don't want it running over. So give yourself a little room there. Alright, so I'm going to get the other cake out and put it on top. Alright, so I got my cake on top of the other cake with the strawberry filling in the inside here. Let me pull it back just a little bit so you can see. And we'll go ahead and start frosting my cake with the cream cheese frosting. Be right back. Alright, so once you get your cake all iced, and you want to put it in the fridge for a little while, just so it can harden up just a little bit. Because right now it's too soft. You'll have crumbles everywhere. So I'll be right back.